has licensed our molecules to a biopharmaceutical company called Repligen. They're located in Waltham, Massachusetts, and they're taking the molecules through full preclinical development in the hope that we can begin clinical trials in about a year. The good news is the compounds have been tested for their pharmacokinetics, cell permeability, metabolic stability, receptor cross-reactivity, their cytostatic and cytotoxicity profiles, binding to cytochrome P450s, immunogenicity. All of that came back negative. The molecules are very drug-like. However, their therapeutic index, that is their EC50, their concentration for restoring frataxin, inhibiting histone deacetylases versus cytotoxicity, is not perfect. So Repligen has now synthesized a library of about 120 molecules and are going through these molecules to look for improved compounds. And as I said, animal studies are underway. So that's where this stands. About a year to go before we can identify a drug candidate, take it through full preclinical assessment, and apply to the Food and Drug Administration in the U.S. for a phase 1 trial. All right. How much time do I have left, Asma?
You can go on.
Okay.
You have a special treatment. You know.
A special treatment. Well, thank you. Okay. I want to now address the question whether our molecules, this class of histone deacetylase inhibitors, might be of use in other neurodegenerative and neuromotor diseases. Turns out that I have a colleague in my department at Scripps, Beth Thomas, who works on Huntington's disease. And she has the Gillian Bates R62 mouse model for Huntington's in her laboratory. And so we asked whether our molecules might be of benefit in this mouse model. So, as you all know, Huntington's is a CAG, polyglutamine expansion disease. The R62 model is a general model for polyglutamine expansion in that it's only a short region of the Huntington's gene containing the first exon carrying the CAG repeats. It's not full-length Huntington's protein. And the mouse has wild-type Huntington's. So this is really a model of polyglutamine toxicity. So this might apply to some of the spinocerebellar ataxias as well. So these mice have a profound neurodegenerative phenotype that begins at about 13 weeks of age. They live to be about 6 months. Beth has done microarray experiments to look at what genes are upregulated, what genes are downregulated in her Huntington's mouse. The CAG repeat length corresponds to about 96 glutamines in the Scripps colony. So mice were treated with our compound 4B, very similar to the one that was used in the Brussels experiment, but now in drinking water with an excipient that's a cyclodextrin for solubility. They were treated ad libitum, so they can ingest as much, they can drink as much as they like. We record the volume, and on average, this corresponds to 100 to 200 mg per kg per day. And the mice were treated for between 10 and 11 weeks. We see a reversal of gross neurodegeneration. I'll show you some slides. The molecule prevents weight loss and has improved neuromotor performance without any apparent toxicity. Pictures are worth many, many thousands of words. So here is a wild-type mouse of the same genetic background. And as we saw for the SCA mouse, here's an R62 mouse, either untreated or treated with vehicle. You can see the severe dystonia, and the mouse is hardly mobile at all in comparison to the wild-type mouse. Now, what happens on treatment? So here's mouse treated with excipient alone in normal drinking water, and here's a littermate treated with 4B for, I believe this was 65 days at the time that this video was taken. Thank you. So anyway, here's a cross-section, I'm told, through the striatum, and here's where I have to say I'm not a neurobiologist. I don't know what I'm looking at. but you see in untreated R16 mice these large vacuoles comparing to wild type. Again, large vacuoles in the R62 vehicle treated, but reversal of the vacuole formation in the animals treated with compound 4B. So we're very optimistic that these molecules may be of benefit. These are the individuals in my lab, and Beth Thomas and her colleague Paula, who did the work at Scripps. Obviously, the knock-in mouse was done by Miriam Rai, who's here in the audience, along with Massimo. And our collaborators at UCLA are Sue Perlman, Giovanni Coppola, and Dan Geschwin, and these organizations provided the support. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I just let you notice the relevant Italian presence in the various groups. It's for me, myself,
right.
Giovanni Coppola. Okay. I think we can have questions. Okay.
I have a question regarding the specificity of the drugs, in the sense that, as far as I know, some of these drugs, for example, are trying to be developed to correct defect in alternative splicing. For example, in spinal muscular atrophy.
Exactly, yes.
So this is